I got a fucked up life, Josh. Everything was all fucking bad. No matter how much I tried to fucking not do it, I just, everybody, it was a fucking, it's just the way it was, man. And when I look at my kids, I know that it's my fault, you know? It's my fault. Cause I could've did it different. But it was glamorous. At the same time, it was lonely, cause you couldn't trust everybody. But I don't want it no more. I'm finished. I got a lot of regrets, man. What the fuck is wrong with my eyes, man? I was about 25 years old, man. We was robbing fucking niggas selling drugs in LA County, man. Me and my boy on the film, he's a NAC, neighborhood crip from out there. Yo, we was wilding out, man. We was getting high, we was fucked up, man. You know, we was crazy. I wasn't in Brooklyn, so to me, California was the wild, wild fucking West. I didn't give a fuck. And yo, if you was selling something illegal, we was robbing you. That's all it was. Like, they couldn't go to the cops. If those guys didn't pull us over, we was getting somebody. It was gonna happen. That was the life I got involved with after graffiti.
Gun, buddy. Gun? Gun. Don't you move or you will be shot. You understand?
That gun, they only gave me 15 days. But I had some other shit that I wound up going in for, doing a bunch of months behind that shit, waiting. It was like I was held because I couldn't get out on bail. And then the cases actually got dropped. You know, I was just out there trying to get paid, you know. And then I would come back to New York and do the same shit. That fucking car, I bought that shit off the police for fucking $500. And me and my boy, he was a mechanic, we stole a lot of cars and put the shit together. And I drove the shit back to fucking New York, and then I wound up getting arrested big in New York. That's when I did it real big. In New York, I went right on top, man. I was indicted, incarcerated, everything. It was a whole new ball game, man.
I always just ask, why is daddy away? And I'll never forget that. I remember saying those exact words, where's daddy? I want to be with dad. My grandmother told me and my mom, he's in college. I don't know what college was. I was a kid, you know? So I'm like, oh, he's in school. That's what I was told. He was in school, he'll be home soon. You know? Us growing up without him was a bit of a bitch, man. Having a single mom, mainly living with grandma. It was an up and down thing, you know? I didn't understand what hate was, man. I didn't understand what anything was, man. Emotion didn't mean nothing but crying and being happy, you know? Playing with my blocks or playing with my little soldiers.
I had a picture of my wife, Chai, she was my wife at the time, Michael and Belinda. I used to toothpaste a picture of them right to the cell bars, because there was a window directly across. I used to do that every night at midnight. That's when there was nothing, not even the tier porter was running around at that time.
You know, you just grow up around it, you really forget about it, but really thinking about it like I am now, I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck. I hated him. I gotta be real with you, man. I fucking hated him for it. Like, every time he walked away, I felt like he was letting me go. Like, man, fuck you, I gotta go. You know, I'm living my own life, you know, and I just didn't understand.
And when I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I used to watch the sun go right through that picture every fucking morning. And I used to pull it off, put it under my pillow, and then they used to lock us out on that. That was my ritual.
Growing up around it, the most you could do is just, the best word I could say is getting numb. You just gotta get numb around it, forget about it. There's nothing more you could do. You know, it's in his hands, not mine. And that's the most I could really express on that one, man. That's the God honest truth.
I wasn't a drug dealer. I wasn't sticking people up in jail like I was doing on the street. I was a fucking artist. I used to do all kinds of shit for people, whatever the hell they wanted. I used to make Valentine's Day cards, motherfucking Christmas cards, birthdays, whatever the fuck they wanted, you know? And I even made up this thing on the envelopes. Like, I used to look at the envelope that you mail a letter in, I used to see it as a train. And I used to fucking draw pieces on the bottom and then write the address in a cloud and mail that shit home. And a couple of the guys in the joint seen that shit and they was like, yo, Rev, this is you? And I was like, yeah. And they say, yo, can you do that for me? And I started making money. The money to me was fucking food. Hook me up at comments every day, you know what I'm saying? I had mad food and shit, you know? That's how I made a living.
You could feel the heart feeling, the warm feeling when you look at it. You could feel the warmth of a father doing it for his kin. That's all you could really say. That's one emotion everyone has, like, we don't admit what's going on, you know? And that's how I felt, man. It was just, felt weird. Like, I saw my dad maybe once or twice a month, and I'm with mommy grandma. You know, I'm with her all the time. Just remember I was passing by the park, and he had his disposable camera on him, the Polaroids, the ones you could be able to, you know, the old school ones. He's like, hey, that's mine. I was like, what? He was like, that right there. I was like, oh, I hang around that every day when we go on the playground. He was like, damn, that thing is still here? And I was like, yeah, man, it's been there forever, you know, like, as far as I remember as a kid, you know, it's been there for a long time. And he showed me his black book. And then as I skimming through it, everything looked similar, like the R, the E, and the B, the E, the L. I was like, wow, my dad, why did you do it on the wall? I was like, why would you go to the playground and do that? Did you get permission? You know? He was like, I'm a rebel, I don't ask permission. So I'm like, okay. You know, I'm like, okay, whatever, dude.
If this was 1983, the cops would have made some serious collars coming into this motherfucker today.
Why? 'Cause there's a couple of people involved?
Oops. There's a lot of people involved. I invited a bunch of guys to come over just so that we could trade war stories and fucking do a little piece in and have a good time. We still have a love for the game. We all draw pictures, we all paint. Everybody you're gonna see today is a real artist. They're not fake, there's nothing phony about them. And these are my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with everybody. I only fuck with niggas that I love, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you're the best writer on the planet. If I don't like you, you can go fuck yourself. That's how I get down.
If you respect me, I'm gonna respect you like a brother. It wasn't like, oh, you a sucker, something like that. I'm gonna treat you like you my family. That was my thing. My thing was, if you with me all the way. And I ain't gonna never disrespect you, I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
We picked him up at Sing Sing. Me and Lou picked him up at Sing Sing.
Then 2 weeks later, we had the party.
Then we had the show.
Oh, yeah, during that time.
Parole. Graffiti on
Everybody was doing it. Everybody was
That was a good party, man.
I was shocked.
Oh, myself on them? Yeah. Drank a lot of freaking beer that day.
Oh, yeah.
Nah,
That's when I said, yo,
me
look at
Crime.
Sonic and Baby at
Me
the
and
same
Crime.
time.
Yo, me and Crime.
Oh, yeah. Sonic and Baby at the same time.
That was before you had the grades. And we're going to talk about our experiences on the trains and what we would like to do in the future. But this is what graffiti writers do. We used to do this back in the days. We used to hang out in each other's mother's houses when we were kids and be piecing in books and shit like that, getting high, whatever the fuck. We're not doing drugs in here today, so, you know, forget about that. We don't do that no more. I can't say that for everybody, but, you know. It is what it is.
The big signs they don't take no insurance. Yeah, you get and little green all over your shit.
We heard of each other, but we never really met each other. Because in those days, it was anonymity was the key thing. You never get caught if nobody knew who you were. But some of us that lived in the same neighborhood, we knew each other. And when we used to go bombing, we used to meet other riders and so far, so far.
When I was in the trades, he was in the trades. But he was only a tagger. So then when I started hitting the outside, he told me, when I met him, he said, listen, I was tagging the inside and I saw your tag. We never went over each other. He was Sonic 7, I was Sonic 002. Because I wouldn't write Sonic 1. Because I'm like, there's still so many writers back in the day that there's no way that I could be #1 when there was already thousands of writers already writing.
Green Day, fuck, man.
What's up, man? We know all these troublemakers?
Yo, this is Prime 79, man. CBS Squad. CBS.
It was truly a secret society. I remember back in those times, you didn't tell anybody you wrote. I lived on a block and I came in and out every day and I never told anybody I wrote. You know, unless someone says, you write, is when you open up and you say, yeah, I'm so-and-so. Other than that, you never told anybody. You never photographed anybody.
You know, I wanted to always find out how the other side did their shit, because everything that I was involved with was train tunnels, streets.
The closing of school programs, after school art programs, things like that. I remember I used to go to one when I was like maybe 9 or 10. And so I kind of got used to that, having an artistic outlet when I was a kid.
Yeah, I had to bring a portfolio to Art and Design High School. I brought a graffiti black book. And the fucking guy was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And I said, yo, that's my portfolio. He says, no, it's not. This is graffiti. I said, look, this is it. This is what I got.
I went to the High School of Art and Design in New York City, and I was exposed to some of the best young graffiti artists in the city. There were writers like Ernie, Pays, Doze.
I had crazy fucking drawings in there, man. I used to sketch. There was a lot of pages in there that had nothing to do with graffiti. It was just straight up sketching. I used to do a lot of cartooning. The fucking guy was disgusted, man. He was disgusted.
Little Scene, Fable, Mr. Wiggles, Airborne, FBA.
I was like, well, look like I ain't coming here. And then I walk in the hallway, and the whole fucking hallway was bombed by every fucking writer on the fucking planet.
Lady Pink, quite a few writers. Tab, Sizer, Too Cute.
So many fucking graffiti niggas was in that school. It was unbelievable, bro. And they didn't want me. It is what it is.
Yo, once I saw graffiti, and once I learned how it was done, you know, it was your responsibility to go out after that.
Like, I never bought spray paint. I think I got all the cans. I used to steal that shit, nigga. It is what it is.
We became who we were. We were kings when no one knew who we were.
We was just underground guys, man. Everything had something to do with graffiti.
Going all over Manhattan, stealing stuff, and we worked our way downtown. Then we bombed the Manhattan Bridge.
never change. If it does change, it only gets better, and I'll tell you why. Because I love writing. You will never be able to beat me.
I remember when, like 1979, I met him. I met him on Union Street in Brooklyn, the 4th Avenue. And it's funny the way I met him, because I met him with bass. And they were writing on the walls. They were tagging. And I kind of liked it. I wanted to tag. I wanted to be down, you know, so I ran up with them. I was like, hey, what's up? What you doing? And they're like, what do you want? You don't know how to write? And I started writing, and I said, oh, you got a little something. I was like, thanks, man. And I kept doing it and kept doing it. Yeah. It was an invention when we used to go with them. Definitely.
I had seen his work because back in the days, I would tour Brooklyn, and I would see like Deal NSA, Strike NSA, and there was like a very famous wall done in Red Hook, Brooklyn, that I had photographed. And so NSA always stood in my mind, and I was introduced to NSA by some cats in Brooklyn that brought me down there. Dyke, Top, Sid the Kid, and they gave me a little tour of Brooklyn, and they show you got to watch these cats. But this is going back 78, man. You know, guys were doing incredible things. At least what we saw was incredible things in 78.
It's funny, I met him in a couple of layups on 4th Avenue.
A layup one time, him, bass, and a whole bunch of NSA people.
Rebel was always a small little kid, but with a big heart.
He was so short, he used to have to stand on the chairs just to tag on the headliners.
He went on the NSA, Non-Stop Action, which is with Deal. That's another crew from Red Hook. And basically, man, listen, we hit the R's, the N's. We were BMT, man, BMT all the way.
Oh man, writing back in the days, man, it was like a dangerous ass amusement park. It was just fun.
You know how they say the littlest guy is always the loudest? That was Rebel. That was Rebel. Always carried a knife.
Went with the territory, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody was down there with permission slips, man. It's like, you bump into a bunch of motherfuckers you never knew and never met in a train tunnel, 90% of the time.
Hanging out underneath the park train, smoking a joint, doing, you know, whatever.
I was waiting in the train station. There was a cop there. And back in the days, what you do is you never pay your fare. So you'd wait till the cop eventually leaves the station, and the next train you jump. So I was waiting for that to happen.
The workers would be like, don't touch me. And I'm like, yo, give me the keys to the train, and I'll let you walk away. Don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Here comes POSIS, and this guy named Bad Bid, and some other guy, and he comes off the train, and P.O. wants to introduce me to this other rider while the cop is there.
Fucking guy's like shaking, you see the key. I'm like, give me the fucking keys, motherfucker. Go ahead, get the fuck out of here.
The cop says, hold it right there.
And then they come back with the whole work crew on the work bump train. And I'm looking at bass and I'm like, yo, nigga, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Everybody's trying to find which way to run.
I ran across the top of the A train once from Howard Beach to Broad Channel.
P.O. Bid and some other guy, they ran off the train station. I just stood there. I wasn't doing anything wrong. So then he chased after them. He comes and grabs me and he says, I got you. So he locks me up and finds out that the only thing he has on me was possession of graffiti material. I don't even know if that's a law. And then he caught me with all the keys too. Possession of burglar's tools.
Oh, so you had the keys to the trains and...
You know, get into the stations. You know, I think I'm in the 600 keys. Down the train keys. So they got me for possession of burglar's tools.
Train yards was strictly territorial thing. You had to be hardcore. There was a lot of writers that were cool. You know, some guys wanted to meet people in layups and yards. I was the type of guy that wanted to rob people in layups and yards. So, you know, I was part of the fucking dangerous end. But 5 Points was nothing like that. It was a fucking cool spot, man. It was off the hook, man. I met a lot of good people here, and they're very dear friends of mine today. Montana black, silver chrome, that's the new shit. Don't fuck with that Rust-Oleum, it's garbage. That's it, I ran out of paint. Fucking horrible, man. Baby, look at what they did to 5 boys. Yo, this place had so much artwork, man. People put their fucking heart into all this work, man. And they took it out, man. It's fucked up, man. And when we had it as 5 points, these walls weren't broke like this. We took care of the fucking place, man. Miz had this shit on lock, man. And I don't know, something went wrong. I remember me and Cyanide had painted this particular wall right here. We did a fucking nice burner here, man. We called it Strong Arm of Graffiti. We had 2 arms with spray cans with a flaming skull in the middle. And we had 2 female characters, like fucking 10 feet tall on the side. He left it up for about a year. That was a good piece we did. Like, they usually go over somebody like within 5 days, but he always said if you go in and do something nice, he'll leave it up. And then me and Zimad, we painted this particular wall right here, and we did a Predator scheme, and that shit was hot, man. That was a good piece, man. And this is the loading dock area. This is where they had the 5 points name written, and there was a helicopter drawn there, and I had my name right in the middle. Oh, over here was where me and CTF did the fucking Michael Jackson piece. When Michael Jackson died, we did a piece for him. It had Michael Jackson sitting on a mountain. C did the character Michael Jackson, he drew that, and then I wrote the word legend. And that was a hot piece, man. That shit came out cool. Yo, this used to be the spot, man. I'm telling you. You could come here every weekend. Yo, it was a lot of good stuff here, man, and now it's all over.
It's fucking gone, man.
A lot of my guys from my crew went into the legal thing now. They don't want to do the illegal stuff no more. They were sending me pictures, and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool, you know? I didn't get back into painting until a couple of years after I came home.
That was mostly what we did. We try to turn graffiti into an art form. We was doing canvases, we was doing shows, we was doing shirts, we was just doing designs, but all in all, we got jerked because we was learning the business, and that's how it happened.
Well, you know, me, I'm very detail oriented, so personally, I like to take my time, not only in my canvas work, but even in my spray paint aerosol work. When you're painting on legal walls in a legal environment, the high today, to me, is having people watching me behind me and just putting out great work, you know, tight, skilled, beautiful work.
Instead of seeing it firsthand and talking to artists that are experienced painting, they're gonna have to learn from a computer, which sucks. You know, that's not the same thing as being here, smelling the paint, watching, asking questions, which sharpened my craft or had me experimenting on a higher level of things that I want to try out for, like when I do events. I was like, boom, I got it. The thing I did there and tried and it worked, I'm gonna do it here and elaborate on it.
All the other guys are regular artists. It's a whole different type of thing that they do. And they're watching me and they're telling me, they're feeling my shit, and I'm telling them, no, you're better than me. I like your shit. They're like, no, nobody here is better than nobody. Everybody got their own thing. But I still feel that they're better than me because I'm watching their techniques and they paint different.
I'm gonna say one thing, it's always the good artists that doubt themselves the most. And this man right here is a great artist, and he doubts himself too much.
I'm learning something about myself. I have to work on speed when I do canvases. I'm a little slower than normal. The other guys are finishing before me. I mean, some of them cheated. They came here with paint on the fucking canvas.
And they did simple shit.
We should have threw them niggas out, man. But I need to develop a technique to go a little faster. And I think this place is gonna help me do that if I come here every Tuesday. Because I'm painting live, I'm like trying to hurry up. And once I get the flow, it'll be like magic, man.
But mostly we're doing canvases and stuff like that because we're expanding, like getting bigger. And since we're known like the way we are, it's easier to do a canvas than to do a wall and I won't like do throw-ups in the street no more because it makes no sense to me to get arrested for graffiti when I never got arrested in my life.
Nobody in the art world that was not influenced by another artist. Hands down. If Dondi was sitting next to me, he'll tell me he was influenced by Knock. He was influenced by Don One. He was influenced by Dyke, Sid the Kid. We all get influenced by somebody. There's no way you're gonna get into this thing of ours and all of a sudden be a great artist.
What he does, it not only transcends time, but it also goes back in time. So that's hard to do. To make it current and to go back, it's hard to do. And he's able to do it. I can't do it. A lot of people can't do it. Because if we try and do it, it looks fake. His stuff doesn't look fake. That's the difference.
People think this shit is easy to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think, if they could do it on the trains, that shit must be Simple Simon shit. Who the fuck ever thought that we would be doing this shit on canvas, bro? You know what I mean?
Take a union break. Just leave it like the way it is. All right, I'm gonna give something to Apache Ramos today. Fine big brother. He's been waiting about 17 years for this shit, but it finally happened. I told him if he could sell it. Ever since day one, me and him just were good. And I love this man. I'm glad because he's scary. And I gave him a little present.
That's a young me.
That's a 24-year-old Apache.
There you go. I'm 62 now, thank God.
150 haircuts ago.
I was born Christmas Eve, 1953, double or nothing my whole life.
Right in front of the Williamsburg Bridge, we're doing the Most Def Talib Kweli tribute down there with a bunch of artist paintings. Everyone is there for the same reason. They want to get better. You're only as good as who you fuck with, you know what I'm saying? The fucking guy next to me, that nigga's nasty, man. And I was like, oh shit, this nigga burned me already. I didn't even start.
When I first met Rebel, I did not know that he was a graffiti artist. I had seen Rebel's work on social media. So that's how we just kept in touch, because I love looking through his artwork online. He did a Supergirl body painting on this girl with really big boobs. He drew a Superman logo on her. Fucking look great.
Yo, I feel good about this one, man.
I just love when Rebel paints me. It's very respectful. Somebody else will be like, you know, with the drill coming down.
That's why they're not here, because them niggas don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Don't move, mama. Some motherfuckers I know, they don't know how to fucking they'll do this drawing on her and they'll be fucking up everything because all they're thinking about is smashing, you know? That's gonna be black.
Did you just say smashing?
Yeah.
So that's how it worked out. I think 2 years ago is when Rebel finally made it to the studio. It was a Christmas show, and he told me he was bringing a friend of his, this hot chick named Ashley with nice tits. And he was gonna paint her tits for Christmas. It would be a Christmas themed artwork on her boobs. And I just thought, oh, this is gonna be great. I just hope this really happens because it sounds too good to be true. And it did. He did show up. Ashley was there with her girlfriends. It was a very festive atmosphere. They're singing Christmas songs while Rebel is wearing a Santa hat and painting like Christmas ribbons on her tits. And she just whipped them out. It was a fucking great show. I was worried that it wouldn't happen because it sounded too good to be true, but it did, and I'm glad it did. If Rebel's appearance does not coincide with a holiday, then I just ask him, hey, what do you want to do? I'm just like, you know, whatever he wants to do, he does it. In the end, it's whatever he wants to do, you know? Yeah. I'm just glad he's there, painting boobs.
Control. Can't beat the rush that leaves a suicidal hole. Instincts there's no one destroying the human heart. The taste of blood can rip your soul apart. Devils and diamonds do not discriminate. A state of mind that becomes the ultimate end. After reaction, the light is not immune to the depth of human nature inside of me and you.
Whether it be the graffiti or the other body painting that he's done on other women, every girl who's been on my show who's been drawn by Rebel loves his artwork, loves the results. Yeah. They always think it's just like beautiful. Makes them feel like, I don't know, makes them feel even more beautiful.
God damn, this fucking sun, man.
starting to look good.
Yo, man, I was getting stoned on the fumes in there, man. Yo, that shit was a 3-day fucking project, man.
You know, in the center patch, I've been dying to have the center patch on the wall. So, like that, whoever comes over and takes a picture, you know, they was in our clubhouse, you know, here where I was, you know, and they can stand in front of it, pose in front of it, and, you know, everybody can go home and take a memory of that night.
It's gotta be exactly like that patch, man. It has to. There's no fucking mistakes allowed. There's no, okay, well, how about if I do this, fellas? No, motherfucker, we don't have pink on our patches, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just the way it is, man.
So would you say that doing these types of pieces, or in general, it's more exacting, meaning it has to be perfect in your eyes? So.
Yes, it has to. I mean, if that club doesn't tell me they're feeling it hard, my job, I still got work to do.
Right.
You know? And that's it. That's it. You know, I'm not nervous about it. That shit is not gonna be different from their look, man. It's gonna be their look. That's their life, man. This is not a fucking game. This club's thing is not a fucking costume, bro. This is real shit, man. You know, I mean, we're filming this now, and motherfuckers that ain't never been around this, you learning something today, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Fucking put it in the handicap spot. Yeah. I'm handicapped. I'm psychotic. Put the fucking screwball picture in the fucking window and shit. This door does work, right? Okay.
I just got a lot of shit lying around her sometimes.
I heard that. Yo, I'm like a kid in a candy shop when I see paint, man. All right, T. Oh, this is not good, man. This is not fucking good. Yo, I don't even know where the hell this shit is. Yo, who works here? Come on, man, I need a fucking worker, man. I think it's over here. You see, this is part of the process. We're not supposed to turn the outlaw around, so come here. The cut, his patches are a little faded because he's been sporting them for many, many years. But the drawing is gonna be exactly like that. This color is representing their color. Their colors are what? Purple and white, right? That's what it is, yeah. Every click got two colors. Theirs is purple and white, so this purple is the main color. Everything else is gonna be a contrast. I'm gonna use white, silver with the guns. I'm also gonna use this Grape-O-licious. That's what they fucking call it. Yo, this sounds like a fucking sex show, bro. And on the hanky, where they got details, I'm gonna highlight it with Grape-O-licious and try to 3-dimension it. And I'm gonna use some gray around with the skull. Now these guns are gonna be different. On the other drawing, they actually go behind the skull instead of going through the mouth. They decided to change that up for the wall. But the colors are basically, they have to stay the same. This is gonna be how it looks when it's brand new, okay? And this is how it looks when you've been through fucking hell and back.
Rock the house, yo.
I just develop as I go along. That's why sometimes you see me calling them over every so often, and I'm like, come here. Like, are you guys cool with this or that? Like, you mind if I dirty up the face a little with detail and try to make it 3D-ish? And they were like, yeah, as long as you don't change the colors or what it is. You know, if you want to make it look a little more real, you could do that. So I'm like, cool. You know, because a lot of times the club will be very, very precise about something like that. They would be like, nah, leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I did the firm, I didn't even bother trying to add details because their center patch was kind of complex anyway. It was a guy on a sport bike leaning and shit, so that was enough right there. I was like, yo, I'm not even gonna try to detail this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it like that. The God's Only Demons patch had crazy fucking detail. I was on that shit for about a week, man. And the wall that I was painting it on, it was fucked up. Like the mortar was breaking because they had like crazy leaks and shit. and that was with a paintbrush. I'm gonna come out with the light purple mixed with a little bit of white. And I'm also gonna put a couple of white highlights on the hanky under the chin. I think it's gonna look really nice, man. I think they're gonna be very happy with it. I feel good about this one. Words of wisdom. Rock the house, y'all. Beyond the imagination. 777. We are boys. Rocking it, suckers. Boys, Furious Rockers, 7 Gems, Fresh Kids.
I'm ecstatic the way it looks. It's great. You know, he brought out a little bit more of the original patch. He came out. He put his little touches in it, and he made it look even better than what the original patch was. And yes, he asked before he did whatever he had done, and he went above and beyond to make sure he gave it that little final kick, that little final touch that it's supposed to need.
Rebel has a unique style. I think Rebel paints from within. He paints from the heart. He's aggressive and he's a character. He's outgoing and he's hyper, but he could also be quiet and very observative. And I think that shows in his in the way he paints. You know, it comes through in his art. Who he is as a person comes through in his art. I think his paintings reflects who he is as a living being. He's a wild motherfucker. I'm a wild motherfucker when it comes to paint. And we just decided to get together and do some walls. One of my favorite walls that I did with him was with also with ink, but we did that wall twice. Jack Nicholson Red Rum wall in Red Hook. The second one was really nice because we really went in on the movie. We did the twins, the Jack Nicholson in the middle, and the whole wall was red.
This is the red rum. I said it wrong. Red Rum wall. Cyanide is the one who did this character. He did all 3 characters, Cyanide. I did the Rebel piece and the background. And Cyanide did his name over here. We took about a day and a half, just about. We came one day, we bust out most of it, and then the next day we did touch-ups and shit like that. At first, I didn't like the way my piece was coming out. And then Sign was taking pictures with his little camera, and he was like, I kept telling him, oh man, my shit looks whack. I don't like it, I don't like it. And he goes, what, are you fucking kidding me? And he shows me the camera, and I said, oh shit. So I should finish it. He goes, yeah, finish it. So, like, I'm never fucking satisfied with my shit. The owners love it. They fucking love it. When they saw that Jack Nicholson face, they were like, wow, they couldn't fucking believe it. And Cyanide fucking pulled off a gem, man. Oh, Live 5 to me was one of the greatest graffiti writers that ever lived. He was on the trains back in the mid-70s to like maybe 1981, I believe was the last time he did a train. I used to see his shit all the time, man. The kid was nasty, man. I never knew him back then personally. I didn't meet a Live 5 till late in the game. So like around 2010, 2011, he actually came to my solo show and walked right up to me and he said, yo, you're Rebel? And I said, yeah. And he said, what's up, man? I'm a Live 5 CIA. And I said, get the fuck out of here. I was in shock. I felt like I met a fucking legend. And we clicked hard, man. He kept telling me that whole night, yo, I want to paint with you, bro. I want to do shit with you. And I was like, yo, fuck it, we exchanged numbers. I met him through a guy named Rid. He was related to Rid. Rid is a guy that actually made shirts for me for that show for free. He told me straight up, he saw a wall that I did with KC, Too Ill, and Lou. We did a UTW wall in Brownsville. Pretty cool wall we did. And he found me on Facebook, and he kept telling me, yo, I saw the flyer for your show. I want to do something for you. And I said, what do you want to do for me? I don't even fucking know you like that, you know? And he said he wanted to print my shit on shirts to give out at my show. So I offered him money. He told me, don't insult me. And I kept telling him, yo, dude, I don't even know you, man. Why the fuck you want to give me shit for free? His exact words was, because I'm tired of the Bronx writers getting all the fucking fame. I want a Brooklyn writer to give something at his show that when people come, you just give them a fucking shirt. And he brought a Live 5 to me. Me and Alive, from that night, it was just on and popping, man. Me and that brother just hit hard. We clicked. And we got extremely close. I spent a lot of time at his house when he was staying in New Jersey. I know his daughters, I know his son. And then he kept having like little health issues. I thought maybe he was just drinking too much. It was a little deeper than that. And in confidence, he told me straight up, he said, yo, I'm short. I'm not gonna be around too long. And I'm looking at this man and I'm like, yo, you became one of my fucking best friends and now you're gonna fucking die on me? I'm like, I'm not feeling that, you know? And all he said to me was, I don't know why, but I know it's gonna be you that's gonna keep my name alive. You the one. So I started a canvas that he asked me to do, and it had a Reaper with a parachute thing around his chest. And he was flying over these fucking soldiers and he was just wiping out all the soldiers. And he told me, I want you to take this picture and draw it on something big and draw a burning train yard underneath it and put both our names on it. I said, you think I could do that? He said, oh, I know you could do that. I'll fuck with this, I could do this. And midway through that canvas, I got a call from Joe 61 from BAD. And me and Joe been wanting to do a collaboration canvas for a while. And I told him on the phone, I said, yo, you know what's crazy? I just picked up a custom-sized canvas it's actually shaped like a train. I could draw a letter train on it. I'll put 4 doors and make it look like it's probably an old CC train or something. And Alive 5 is coming over for dinner tomorrow. So why don't you come over, we'll eat, my wife is gonna cook, and we'll fucking do a piece. We'll do a 3-man car. Joe showed up first. I stenciled out his letters, like he drew his outline. It's all his hand. And then I put this contact paper over it and I traced it and I cut it out and I placed the rest of the contact over the whole train and I told him what colors you want to use. I gave him spray paint. We went to the front of my house and he filled it and he told me, take care of the rest. You know the outline. I said, you can't finish it? He goes, nah, I ain't got time. Just as he tells me that, fucking Alive 5 showed up. And we were like, oh, shit. So we took pictures in my house and everything. I had a Scarface shirt on. I'll never forget that day. And I showed Alive 5 the top half of the Reaper canvas that I did, because I didn't even start the 2 pieces on the bottom yet. And it wasn't, I didn't even have no fire on it yet. And he was like, yo, this shit is coming off, my nigga. He was like that. So he ate. Joe 61 had to break out. He had to go to work. He works out of college. Then Alive 5 did his name. Now, Joe was in the middle. He wanted to be in the middle. So I gave Alive 5 the first spot. And I figured since I was the 80s child that came after both of them, I'll do my name third. Alive 5 drew his outline, and I did the same thing that I did with Joe. Gave him a couple of cans, we went outside, and he fucking did his blends. And he wanted to finish it that day, but he got sick. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? And he said, yo, Reb, I gotta go, bro. He was like that. And he hugged me, but he hugged me like a little longer than he usually does. And he told me, yo, I love you, bro. I said, I love you too, my nigga. And I walked outside, walked into the car, and I watched him drive away. And I felt weird. I ain't hear from him for about a month. He wasn't answering the phone, and then Nina called me, his daughter. She was like, yo, he's been in and out of the hospital. If you want to come and see him, you better hurry up, because it don't look good. I went to New Jersey to the hospital to see him. This is like a month and a half later. And he was up. He was happy to see me. He was flirting with the nurses. You know, the fucking guy's dying and he's trying to get the fucking nurse's fucking number. You know, he's a fucking nut job. And he just laid back. I remember I took a picture of him on the bed and he just gave me a peace sign. He was like that. And he said, yo, Reb, I don't feel good, man. He goes, I don't feel good, man. He kept going like that. I don't feel good, man. And he fell asleep. That morning, I got the call that he fucking died. Really hurt. You know, in such a short time that I knew the kid, I felt like I knew him better than everybody else. You know, every time I'm around everyone and you see me laughing, especially like in those events when I'm meeting people, that's not me. I really look at them people and I'm just like, motherfucker, the only reason why you trying to talk to me is because you think I'm something that I'm not. You think I'm some fucking famous superstar nigga and shit. And I'm like, I try not to let my eyes get dark when I stare at them, because then they might get nervous. I had to go see the fucking judge today.
So what happened?
None. They took DNA. They think I did something that I didn't do. It's all good. Fuck them.
So what did the judge say? When's the next court date?
Come back next year in January.
So
they're not gonna find nothing. They got no case. Good luck to your fucking witness.
So were you, when you woke up this morning, is that what you expected to happen today?
We were hoping that they would have let it go, but it's kind of like a mandatory thing. When it comes to gun charges and shit, so. Hey, they're gonna find the cop's DNA because he was the last one to hold it. Yo, that's Goldie, man. That's my barber.
Y'all don't know me. You don't want to know me.
Shit in the street, 200 fucking cans of spray paint. And I'm like, I said, you know what? I'll take that loss. If that's what it costs to get rid of you, I'm good.
That's crazy.
And then she hit me up this morning. I was only playing. I didn't throw nothing out. I just wanted you to come over here. I'm gonna give you a lot of free range now. You got the whole planet, baby. Do you.
There you go.
And if I bring my kids around this girl, bro, what the fuck am I gonna do when she decides she depressed? I wanna kill myself. I can't have my babies around that shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yo, she's mad cool, don't get me wrong. But once she fucking starts feeling them demons, man, that's it. And I'm not gonna fight with my girlfriend, man. If I gotta fight with you for no reason, then I'm gonna stay away from you, man.
All right, we done. That's the new shit.
I'm like, oh man, she calling me 500 miles an hour. I'm like,
at least you get phone calls and argue, bro. I get text messages.
Oh, it started with that, but I don't text no more because the last time I told somebody, fuck you on a text message, I had a cop knocking on the door about harassment. And yo, bro, these people keep getting in the way. And it's not even my club brothers, it's civilian niggas that are like, I need you, Rev. No. Yo, dude, you be talking gangster. Go out there and do your thing, son. See, they don't understand, Goldie, like, when you put that jacket on, your actions reflect on the whole posse, you know what I'm saying? Everything in me gets triggered. I hold a lot in. And there's so much that I'm still holding in. One day I know it's gonna happen to me. I'm just gonna melt down and I'm gonna scream and cry for fucking hours, and I'm holding in too much. My body is not young no more. I can't hold it in no more, and I it's coming, man. It's just building and building. It's pushing. I'm fighting. I'm having conflict with my demons again.
This is how we live in. Look at what we live in. People not caring about the next. Bullets to the head. This is what we live in. This is how we live in. Will I ever win it? I laugh for world peace. Feel the love and unity that I found in her and me. But this is what I live in. This is what we live in. See, I've been walking with this heavy load from all the information I've been told. Just got evicted from the place I live. I hope it don't get any worse than this. Just got a call that the home is shot. I pray to God that he gon' live, cause in one instant my heart stopped. About a month ago we had a kid. Oh, why such news haunting me? I gotta find my place of peace, where me and her can lay in harmony, yeah. Cause it's missing where I'm living. It sucks how I'm living. This is how we living. Look at what we live in. People not caring about the next. Bullets to the head. This is what we live in. This is how we live in. Will I ever win it? I laugh for world peace. Feel the love and unity that I found in her and me. But this is what I live in. This is what we a remedy. One soul sleeping on concrete. Some searching back for their food to eat. Now I'm no saint, but my eyes can see the many problems in society. Disconnection with the police and the people so we lose peace. To protect and serve, to lost first, replaced with grief and hate. We need to start healing. If not for us, then the children. Cause if we don't spread love, then we'll have nothing at all. See, I found that it hurt me. Love's possibilities, but this is how we're living. Look at what we live in. People not caring about the next. Bullets to the head. This is what we live in. This is how we live in. Will I ever win it? A lot for world peace. Feel the love and unity that I found in her and me. But this is what I live in. Look at what we live in. People not caring about the next. Bullets to the head. This is what we live in. This is how we live in. Will I ever win it? A lot for world peace. Feel the love and unity that I found in her and me.
Man, niggas don't know. They think I was just some little fucking graffiti nigga. I did a lot of shit, man, but it's all good. You know, I'm paying for it now. No matter what, you never stop paying for it. That's why I can never see myself in that life ever again. It's never gonna happen. I mean, I stopped doing things over 20 years ago and trying to get work. That incarceration still haunts me to this day. It's a lesson that so many young motherfuckers need to know. Because every time I went for jobs I was qualified for, they brought up this thing about jail. I'm like, yo, that shit was 22 years ago. Are you fucking serious? They don't want to hear that shit. All they want to know is, were you in jail? Yes, okay, you can't work here because you might do something to us. How's he gonna get food? How's he gonna eat? And that shit is wrong. But the simple fact of the matter is that the system wants to crucify you for the rest of your life over stupid shit like that fucking TV show. I'm at the point in my life where I don't give a fuck if you know I was in jail no more. It is what it is. I'm almost 50. Ain't no fucking legitimate careers happening for me in an office building at my age now. So now, you know what? This is what I was. And I hope I robbed you back in the day, that motherfuckers that didn't give me work. I hope you were one of my victims. Well, Greenwich Village Plumber Supply. They want their company logo. They're gonna give me some green for that, so whatever they want, I'll do it. It's supposed to be like some kind of robot guy in the middle. I gotta draw the name on the top. A lot of it is gonna be black wash. We don't whitewash today. And I'm glad we're using black because somebody tagged up with a marker and that shit is hard to cover with paint, man. That used to be an issue on the subways. Like if we didn't want you to fix your piece, we would tag up on your piece with a marker. So, you know, this should be easy to cover. It's a flat surface. I got a feeling we're gonna have a good day. Let's see how it comes out. Reb's ready to paint, baby. Fucking burning. Oh God, I'm so tired. I'm going to sleep, Josh. Can we go get some blue tape to paint this? The straight lines are too fucking long. I can't. It's gonna look kind of funny, man. it's kind of like graffiti therapy because we don't do trains no more. So I get a wall, I feel like I'm in a train yard. I'm like, all right, let's go. And that's one thing about a graffiti rider. We are addicted to that steel, man. We just love it. And you can't go down there no more because they put you in jail for that for a long time. So back in the day, they didn't lock you up. They just got mad at you, you know? Oh, man, this is the playground. Come on, man, let's go to the playground.
I'm not sure where that, can you talk about where the color scheme came from? I don't know if it was a company.
What are we doing today?
Painting a fucking globe on the floor.
Yeah? What's this for?
For church, St. Margaret's, I think the name is. Up in the Bronx. Brooklyn is painting in the Bronx. Charity work, baby. All white. Remember the snowstorm?
I called it February in New York.
$30,000.
You come up with something that...
So, Brad, what are you doing right now?
The younger kids...
Doing a silhouette of a little kid.
Yeah?
This wasn't part of the plan, but they told me they wanted something like that when we got here. I got to do like 19 of them now. These kids are killing me.
He hit the wall.
It's like one of those nights when ISIS don't go to sleep.
Sitting down, passed out, eyes bloodshot. He passed the wall.
They're fucking dying over here.
How you feeling?
Feel all right. I was tired last night. Couldn't finish. So, done. Can't do no more. I got as far as I could go.
And when were you here till last night?
What was it, like 3 o'clock in the friggin' morning, man?
Yeah.
We put a lot of energy into this shit.
And what we do last night?
I fell asleep in the car. I don't know about you. In memory of JT, he was the owner of this property. He's a very, very dear relative of Stephen Leone, a childhood friend of mine who gave me the permit to do this wall. I call this wall Destroy and Build because it actually represented a time when I destroyed my past relationships, and began a new relationship. That's where the red comes in with the broken wall. I put an F train because the F train is down the block. You know, this is my neighborhood. We're in Red Hook. The G train comes here too. And this is a replica of a canvas I did when I was living in Los Angeles, in California, and I revamped it on the wall. It didn't come out exactly like the canvas. It's hard for me to do the same thing. I can't make my shit exactly the same for some reason. So I did the best I could. And this is the results, you know? I had major ups on F trains back in 1983. It's 2014 now, in case you don't know it. We're doing this shit legal now. This is not a bomb. This was a permit wall. My boy Steven Leone hooked me up, man. He owns the property now that JT passed away. He told me whatever I do, make sure I put in memory of JT. You know, we gotta look out for the guy. He passed away, you know? And this is what I did. It took me 2 days. I did it all by myself. I had no help, nobody to help me fill in. But I did it. And hopefully you guys will like it too. And I got a live 5. I feel good, man. I just wanted to do it by myself, you know? I have no clue where I'm going. I've never been in here before. August Martin High School. We're doing pieces on the inside of the walls inside. There's a lot of guys that are up here already. So we're here today with my brother Step, Crush Proof, Non-Stop Action, and we're just gonna do us. They're giving us free range, but we can't do no pornography, which means we gotta switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, man, fucking G-rated.
It is what it is, man. I think we're gonna have a good day. I feel good. I feel good. I fucking got more fucking walls than you got fucking paint, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. I got freight yards that you niggas can't even get into.
Yeah, how do you think it's coming out so far?
I don't like it. I think it could be better, but it is what it is. I can't hardly breathe. I'm fucking high. Yo, I need a cigarette, nigga. I can't breathe.
It's not that more experience, but Rebel has a unique taste of doing things.
and it's just funny. It's just he puts his heart into it, he puts his love to it, and he's rebel. You know, he's rebel, so it's like it's fun to have him around sometimes. You know what I mean? Not really. Rebels are the best. You never find another guy like Rebel. Let me tell you.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't even know who that fucking girl is. So it's not like somebody's gonna say, oh, I don't know who that chick is. It's supposed to just look like a chick. And it looks like a fucking girl. That shit don't look like no fucking ugly ass nigga and shit. Like
Kinda
me.
looks-
You know, I'm an ugly motherfucker.
The Sugar Skull represents a lot of the native stuff. So, you know, like the Day of the Dead, you know, they celebrate those days. And my birthday lands on November 2nd, which is Day of the Dead. So, you know, I had the whole concept of making it work all together. Day of the Dead, you may get some skulls out there, because, you know, sugar skulls, they're supposed to bring life and bring love. It makes me remember that every day is a life-giving, you know, life is not promised. So, and that reminds me that life is not promised. So live each day as if it was your last.
Well, no, what happened? You got a phone call as I pulled up, right?
Oh yeah, man, I got a job now. Full time. Steady shit too. The fucking guy don't give a fuck about jail, man. He knows a lot of fucking gangsters from my neighborhood. He said, I don't give a fuck where the fuck you went to jail at. He's like, can you work? I'm like, yeah. He gave me a job. Took 3 months, but I'm in. That's what I needed. I needed somebody to forget about the system. You know, it is what it is, man. Fuck it. If he dies on me, I'm fucked. It'll be another Day of the Dead. I feel like I'm never gonna get out of here. But it's worth it. Doing the work for the portfolio and shit. It'll be done by Saturday. It's not spray paint, I'm using a paintbrush with acrylic. You gotta fucking hit that shit like 500 fucking times. It's agonizing, man. People think that you just go over there and draw a couple of lines and keep it moving. Fuck out of here, man. People that do this work, motherfuckers don't know that it takes a lot out of you. But we like what we do, so at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Seeing him, how hard he worked to get his name to where it is today, makes me want to not go on a war and do art. My artistic talent is how to make myself get up as a person. You know, dust yourself off no matter how many times you fall. You know, and he always told me there was the good times and the bad times in the subway system, but you still had to get your name up, no matter how and what you did. Survive it the best way you can, struggle it out.
And this interview's over. I'm sick of this shit.
So what just happened?
Dismiss my case, nigga. Dismissed. Thrown out for insufficient evidence and no witnesses. Fuck that. Take your gun charges and shove it up your fucking ass, nigga. 10 grand cost me to get off this fucking shit. I beat them niggas.
All right, so where are we at right now?
We're at the God's Only Demons Clubhouse in Brooklyn, Park Slope.
And what are you doing?
Setting up for the art show called Destroying Bill. This is the night before. They had a big ass fucking party in here, so I gotta hang these fucking things up and I gotta clean up the floors, and I'm doing it all by myself because that's just how it goes, man.
this is the deal, huh?
You gotta clean up, man.
In order to use the space, you gotta clean it, huh?
Yeah. That's part of the rules when you get a place for free.
Rebel style is original, okay? If you look at Rebel style, the way his pieces look, I defy anybody to get me a picture of another person's piece who look like his joints. He's a master. One of the hardest things about piecing is colors, bro, is the ability to use and put colors together. And if you look at Rebel, yo, he's not scared to use colors. He's not scared to go bold. He's not scared to mix colors up. He's not scared to experiment. He's not scared to put himself out there. And so that's definitely one of the things I like about him. And guess what? The way he paints, it matches up with his name.
Many things that you can reflect on you as a person, as being as a biker, being as a rebel, being you as an individual. In this lifestyle, your word and your name is everything that you have.
He has made a mark in his own way, you know what I mean? And he has the longevity, and he's, right up there with the legends and the pioneers. So I got mad respect for him. So soon after I started going to my higher age, going into 14, he caught me bombing. Stupid as you're young, I bombed on the corner store, which was Met Food at the time. I wrote my nickname, Trouble Mac. And he saw it one day, came in the house, he was like, give me the pilot. I said, I don't got no pilot. I played it smart this time, I hit it. It took him one night drinking a good beer, having a good feeling, and he found it when I was sleeping. Caught an ass whooping on the school. Caught another one.
I think a lot of times graffiti loses a little bit on canvas itself. It doesn't really have the color that it has on metal or brick, for instance. But if you look over here, all of this fill in here, it's pretty rich for a canvas. And that goes for down here. It still looks pretty rich. I think for the most part, graffiti loses a little bit on canvas, but I think that these are pulled off. Key on one, MG boys, over and out.
And this piece here is just, that's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. The second one is something from back in the days, in the 80s. Rev, you're one, baby.
That's my dude. Rebel is gangster. Never been no sucker. No sucker in his history, no sucker in his bloodline, none of that. Straight street, straight dirty Brooklyn graffiti, you know what I'm saying? A BMT flat killer. I ain't sure if I seen him on the IRTs, but he killed the BMTs and the INDs so bad, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I wish I did more painting than robbing, you know what I'm saying?
I like the stuff because to me it reminds me of the straight kind of black book, flexing type, mixing the classic style with some new flavor, and that's dope. That's what it's about, No street art candy stuff here. It's just straight graph.
Rebel is a fucking cool, old school native New Yorker. The kind of people that you don't find much anymore. The kind of people that I wish were still around. The kind of people we need in this fucking city. Yeah, that's who Rebel is.
This shit was our own Tyco set, nigga. I don't care who the mayor was, we ran this shit. This was our own Tyco set. We pushed 20 tons of steel anywhere we wanted. We had keys, hats. You heard all the stories. Nigga, we could turn around and sue this city for the profits that you made off of every tourist who came here just to take pictures of graffiti. Yeah. Because we provided that fucking shit for you. That type of vocation. We could sue this city for a piece of that the profits. Do your research. I'm not just spitting some lyrics.